G'day and welcome back to Torment Tides of Ranmenera. Last time round we did most of the Broken Hearts quest. In fact, I guess it's marked as completed, right? Yes. So Tiber is, we found out the tale of Tiber's lover. And it did not end well. Tiber is pretty crushed right now. We'll see what ends up happening. The other thing we did is we opened the maw. So let's go have a look at what's through this maw of guilt. Huh. This looks pretty spacey. Unreachable? Yeah, okay, cool. Someone's gonna chat with us? Captain Janor, this careworn woman is dressed in strange ornate armor. Her bearing is military stiff and her eyes roam constantly, though the rest of her body is under strict control. She assesses you in a glance. Outworlder, the bloom portal is open. It is good you spoke to me first. Few Lascars speak your tongue. Officers mainly. We need practice. Welcome to the Anchorage. It is good the portal is open. Perhaps we can recover our missing people. I am Captain Janor. This Anchorage is my command. It is under my... All you see is under my command. Explore our home if you'd like, but our traditions, respect them. What's that pinging noise? Ah, the signal. So long since I've heard it. I've forgotten. We call for the ship. Perhaps it has become lost. If so, we light a beacon in the void. I found this broken helm in the bloom. Ashili, I knew she was lost to us, but I take no pleasure in it. Thank you, Outworlder. Her family will be glad to have it back once you surrender it to me. I listened to one of her memories. She thought she'd found something important. Disgust flashes across her stony face. I do not wish to hear of her private memories. Her thoughts are her, and should die with her. The last sentence has a lilt to it, as if Janor is quoting verse. The hard line of her mouth softens. Ashili was intelligent, adventurous, but prone to wild theories. Do not worry about her important discovery. Let it fade with her. I want to hold it for a while longer. I need to see what she discovered. No, you cannot scavenge through a memory, because the helm is not tuned to you. Besides, it is forbidden. I had this conversation once before with Ashili. The corner of her mouth twitches, and she does not speak for a long moment. Fine. It would make her happy to know that her helm is carried by someone with her curiosity. Take it with her blessings. Ashili's memory said she needed to compare her data with the navigational cortex's archives. Do not share the memories of fallen Lascars with others. It is not done. Understand? Forget this memory. We don't let Outworlders visit the cortex for any reason. I guess that's it. There's no way into the cortex chamber, and we're not the type to sneak in there with everyone's backs returned. He freezes. We aren't, are we? He whispers, concerned. Okay, tell me more about your... Alright, I met some of your crew in the bloom. Jemada Rechi and her crew? Ah, thanks, Outworlder. From myself and the crew. Should you see her again, please tell her the way to the Anchorage is open to her. Blessed day, our people have returned to us. Tell me more about your people. We lived here on the Anchorage, as did our ancestors, for countless generations. Trapped here, they grew old and intermarried, raised families. Our laws came one by one as we built a new society, here in isolation. We are military, Lascars, soldier sailors. We have a hierarchy and strength. All know their place. All have the chance to ascend on merit. No favoritism. My own child is not even a Jemadar. I do not review her records. I could lose my position for such an infraction. All families have struggles. Perhaps we will serve together one day. What a wonder that would be. Such a family are we Lascars. We struggle against time, against memory. We keep an eye to the sky, always dreaming of escape. Until then, we hold a tradition of the civilization of home. Tell me about the ship. Until the ship appears from the void and comes to take us home, we serve the Anchorage as we did generations uncounted before us. Some fear the ship may never come, but we hold our eyes to the heavens in faith. Until that day we toil. When the ship comes, and if it comes soon, we will find a welcome berth in our Anchorage and in our hearts. How long have you waited for the ship? As long as necessary, Outlander, apologies. She stops retranslating. Apologies. We have waited for many families, many parents. My family, and their family, back many families before them. The Cortex would know surely, but I do not think we wait much longer. Something in the Anchorage is there. It smells of our time here coming to an end. The ship will come soon. Genji's feels the same. He would know better than any. Are your ancestors the one who built this place? I do not think so. We lived here many, many years, but if we built the Anchorage, no memories remain. They tell us only that we serve. Perhaps it was built by our people. Perhaps it was always here. Even the Cortex does not tell us. There are older things than that which we hold dear. What's a Cortex you mentioned? Tell me more about the Anchorage, actually. Is there anything? The void is great and vast. It holds terrors. The Anchorage is a respite. A place of rest and safety. There were once many ships with many people. They came here, rested and refueled, took on passengers. Passengers traveled to many voids around many worlds around many stars. Then they stopped coming, but we remain. Tell me more about your society. I lead. As captain, the Anchorage is my command. Marriages, I approve. I lead the rites. But to me falls all responsibilities for survival. But such duties are onerous. I delegate as captains did before me. So we have pilots, mages, jemadars, and others. They prove themselves through work or rise through ranks. Every 10 years, those of high rank may challenge me for my position. We speak to the Cortex and match our minds. We solve scheduling, mathematical, and logistical problems. Should my challenger win, I retire and advise. We cannot survive without cooperation. What's a Cortex you mentioned? It is a device sacred to us. It is our only connection to our lost home. We do not allow outworlders to see it. No offense, but do not ask. Farewell, Captain.
I'm there, in the shadows.
So we're totally going to need to sneak around at some point. I just want to see this. The framed by curtains, the window reveals the surface of an ocean world far below. The view is reminiscent from what you saw when you were born, but the water has a purplish hue and the scattered land masses are brown and dead. This is clearly not the ninth world. So, here is our place. Cool. Oh, right. So if we walk on one of these, stuff seems to happen. Okay, that's all pretty cool. Now, let's duck back to the bloom. I need to see if we can... Well, let's tell people that they're home. Or that the way home is open. Because, you know, we're sensible people and we do good things.
All right.
Need more XP, come on! So close to the next level. Which would be another edge. Ah. Okay. You, Arechi. I found a moor in Little Niliesh. A sort have we, but alternative routes to the Anchorage remain closed. Your fortune, has it been better? I found a moor in Little Niliesh. It looks like it leads to your Anchorage. For the first time, a broad smile cracks her face. A savior, truly the opener of the ways, who can rescue the maroon travelers. She turns and speaks to her crewmates. Shalan Askun Tolveld, Getza! She turns back to you and presses a small device in your hand. Is useful, old but reliable. Ah, this woman is a skilled navigator in this realm of flesh. At last we return home. To the Anchorage, that is. Changing tool. So this will do what? Plus 150% on quick finger and smashing tasks. Interesting. Cool. And hey, that's a level for two of us.
Yes.
So, let's just check abilities. So dismay and onslaught. No. Extra effort. No. Wait. Skills. We could take some of these skills. Do I want any of those? Note that I can't level in a crisis, so I mean I could get like running or stealth, both of which would be helpful. Or do I just increase my intellect edge? Yeah, I think so. So now my intellect edge is even higher. Okay, great. Now, you increase stat pool or effort. Stat pool will give me more speed. Yeah, definitely more speed. Warp dash would be useful if we are trying to get around places. Trained infiltrator is good. And you're also a jack, so yeah. Knows how to take care of himself. Interesting. Cool. What if I should look at these. So, overly impulsive, act first. Aratus is yet to see a downside. KG is good to at juggling words, and furtive is, yeah, cool. Alrighty, so we've now rescued the ones marooned on an alien shore, and completed that quest. So let's go to the, go back through the moor, and explore the Anchorage. We're back, and we're in the moor.
On it.
So, let's see where we can get to. What we can poke at, and then we'll see who we can talk to. Unreachable does not seem to open up for us. Helpful. So we can chat with the Wretchy now, see what she does. It's open of ways, yep, sure, okay. So we can talk to, we can get to Pilot Major Genji's. Or whatever. Ah! Stop being in the way of my own cursor. Warrior stamps the lines on the features of this man. Like others in the Anchorage, he wears a suit of ornate armor, but is set aside his helmet. His hair is thinning and wrinkles web around his eyes and across his forehead. He is tinkering with some display, but he turns away from it to address you. Greetings, I am Genji's, pilot major of this Anchorage. What do you do here? I serve, Outlander. I am the keeper of the navigational cortex. Its servants, I watch the sensors, I listen to its words. Information from the antenna filters here. All knowledge of the Anchorage passes the cortex. If I fail in my duties, the ship might arrive without my foreknowledge, so I clean, I listen, and study. If the ship should come in my life, and I believe it may, it will take my mind in mine, and we will plot a course for home. The day will come, I know it. I will be remembered as a hero. What's a cortex? What is a cortex? I speak almost too fast. It is our watcher of the void, in the keeper of our history. It knows the night skies of 1,000,000 worlds, and holds our traditions, and tells us how to live in accordance with old crews. It keeps us alive and maintains the Anchorage. It alone is the voice of truth, and never has it been wrong. Without it we would forget ourselves, becoming even more lost than we already are. I'd be less trusting of the voices of truth if I were you. Genji's face goes utterly, carefully still. He does not respond. Tell me about your people. You have spoken with some, yes? We have lived here long. Many captains passed. We discovered we would have to wait for the ship to come. Until that time, until the arrival, we survive, we wait, and we train. And tell me about Anchorage. It is many things to us. A home, a reminder of who we once were, and a promise. No, a prophecy. No, can I show you the Anchorage instead of just telling you about it? Give you a tour, yes? Wonderful idea. That'll take him away from the cortex door. Let's just do the other bits first. It was promised of old, it will carry us home. It is perhaps ridiculous for Outworlders to understand? So many crews have passed on, so many lives ago, and yet we still believe. Some question whether it comes. Many have died before its arrival, yet still we believe. What is life without belief? Why do we keep on with routines and rituals, if not for belief? Someday we will go home. The ship will come, it must. I will be the one to see it. So we've done all of those. I just want to quick save before I potentially screw all this up. Okay, I found this Leskar in the helm. Helm in the helm. Does that helm belong to Jemadar Ashili? Void take it, I hope she still survived. Please show it to Jeanne, find out what Ashili discovered, make life count. Another dead, and Ashili, she was my... No, I must not fall into despair, I must hope. Very well. Okay, so let's just check. Is there anyone else we can chat to out here? Because we can't seem to open... Oh wait, we can go up to that door. Maybe we can manually open the door. Before we do the tour. This door is made of some unfamiliar shiny metal. It's been polished to a mirror-like sheen. A magnetic strip of another duller metal has a strange runic script scrawled across its surface. It looks like an instruction regarding the door. On trying the door, you find what the message must be. The door is stuck. The equivalent, or something equivalent. You might be able to force it, but it won't be easy. Well, I mean, we got might. Aratus, you are our meat person. Wow. When they said it wouldn't be easy, they were not kidding. That's with 3 effort. Let's try anyway. Nope. Retry cost of 1. But, I guess it becomes easier with subsequent efforts, which is kind of neat. Okay. Oh, nice, and it was a critical success. Some mechanism within the door seems to be stuck, but you managed to overcome its resistance. You hear something crack, and then the door slides open, grinding a bit as it does. Alright, now let's loot whatever this is, and examine the next part. Spray Flash, the Cure. Target enemy drops some of their possessions and wanders around aimlessly, never acting. Okay. Multifaceted ceramic sphere reflects and reflects light brilliantly. When hurled, it releases a sparkling gaseous cloud, eliciting feelings of euphoria, empathy, and goodwill from those who are engulfed in its vapors. Wishing to atone for past misdeeds, they fling their possessions outward in acknowledgement of being cured of greed, hatred, and delusion. While in that altered state, they wander aimlessly, contemplating how they may best benefit all the world's inhabitants. It appears to be a conduit for third parties' contemplation as words come even from creatures who do not know human language. That's really cool. The Smart Traveler's Star is a interesting oddity. This grey metal choker bears a small 9-pointed star on its front and fits snugly when worn, adjusting to the size of the owner. It protects its bearer from small inconveniences encountered during travels in everyday life, including mild to moderate rain, floating road dust, and campfire smoke, allowing her to remain fresh even after days of extensive walking. The choker doesn't stop real danger, though, and the wearer shouldn't walk into a hailstorm or housefire without more suitable protections. The delicate craftsmanship of the star suggests it wasn't created for simple wayfarers. More likely it was intended for high-ranking individuals wary of spoiling their expensive attire during the demands of social events. Nevertheless, its usefulness made it a nice trinket in Ninth World adventurers and travelers. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's all pretty cool. And let's see what else is here. Heavy doors sealed shut. Okay, so this is an airlock.
On it.
So maybe that could be bad, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. So there's only one person we can chat to here, which is Genjas. What's this? Ornate doors, shut, closed. Alrighty, let's get that tour. How is it that I can serve? I'd like that tour you offered. Now? We'll be happy to, but many tasks. He flushes as his grasp of your language abandons him in his embarrassment. Not now, but soon, very soon. Please, return later. Do you have time to give me that tour you offered yet? No, waiting crucial messages. Okay, fine. So we can't do the tour yet. I could talk to Captain and see, but maybe it'll be after I rest that I'll get to do something. Oh, there's something I can poke out over here. Never mind.
Of course.
The console is a bewildering array of displays, unlit buttons, and switches, all helpfully labeled with words in a language you don't understand. Much of it is covered in a slight layer of dust, as if the console is rarely, if ever, used by the nearby Lascar. Let's have a look at the controls. You lean over the console, taking care not to press any buttons by accident. As you notice before, much of the device is covered in dust. One screen on the side, however, is completely clean, and the buttons beside it are marked with dusty fingerprints. Examine them again, leave the controls alone. So I can't do anything with them just yet. Alright, so yeah, I am convinced then that, I will need to rest or something before I can do anything with Pilot Major Genji's over there.
On it.
But we got one quest done, and I guess we'll head up north now to one of the other areas of the bloom that we've yet to explore at all.
Go.
Out we go. Oh wait, let's have a quick chat with Garkoto so we can at least tell him where it goes. I opened knew more, but I found some kind of terminal or port on the other side. Not your city of Nearlyesh. Karkoto hisses in disappointment, and its great bulk thrashes in the tank. Alas, it would appear that we must remain in the bloom for now. We shall find another route home eventually. Opening the maw has served the residents of Little Niliash. Name your foe. Sorry, name your fee, not name your foe. Jeez, words. What do they even mean? Okay, let's go with the shins. I agreed to open the portal. I didn't actually agree to do anything else. A large sum cost off, but I agree the work was dangerous and important. A moment, please. A minute later, one of Garkoto's mutants steps forward with a haversack filled with shins. This should conclude that business. Okay, great. We got XP. You are nearly leveling. Yeah, one more lot of XP should do it for him. So, one more minor quest. Alright, now let's head up to... Well, I guess the question is, do we want to go to the swamp or the old geological area? Slump. It's not swamp. Or the old slave block. Let's go to the geological one. I think we might be able to find something for Eridas there. This is just a hunch based on Georgian. It's not really a very well detailed hunch. Let's have a look. See where we go. Definitely want to do that tour later though. So I mean, this also looks like a swamp to me. Oh look, there's another more. And yep, we've got Sheen. Let's see. So this is a relatively small area. But we've got a merchant, a point of interest, and 2 points of interest. And a number of named people, so we can probably talk to a number of people here. So let's start with the merchant. So this area is way noisier than everything else. Hey, I said go? Unreachable. I guess we gotta talk to these mercs first? If you hope you have a treatment, our surgeon's running out of protection money. So I literally can't seem to go anywhere. So this is kind of odd. I would have thought we would have at least triggered something, but it looks like we can't go anywhere yet. Weird. Really weird. Alright, old slave block. I really hope that's not a bug.
Yes.
Really
now.
feels like someone should talk to me there. Okay. This wheeled vehicle looks like it was abandoned here during some kind of military assault.
Go.
And we got ourselves some more healing items. Cool, cool.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
Murdens. So this is an area that's likely to have a bit of fighting.
All right.
Two hunched avian humanoids stare at you, their bright and hate-filled eyes shining above dirty yellow beaks. You recognize them at once. Murdens. They emit some kind of psychic fuzz, a mental blanket that makes it difficult for you to concentrate. One puffs up greasy black feathers to make itself look larger, while the other scrapes closer to the ground. Their arms wave and gesture. The intent is clear. Go no further. Your ability to read minds only exacerbates the static, amplifying it to painful levels. It takes a supreme effort of will to shut out the minds. Apparently, reading the minds of Murdens is a bad idea. Intimidation. Move aside or I'll tear your feathers and roast you on a spit. Surely you'd be good at this. Alright, well, I guess Eridas. The creatures lower their weapons slowly and back to the corners of the room, never taking their eyes off of you.
Absolute.
So they've got makeshift beds here.
You won't notice I'm gone.
And there's a door. Here's something to loot.
Let's go.
And here's... Alright, so we got a number of different things to do here. Great.
Of course.
Okay. Manacles. No one's been chained here for a long time.
On it.
Alright, let's grab ourselves whatever this stuff is. Essence of a single sigh. The malachite tinted bauble filled with ashen vapors pulsates at the touch. When it peered at long enough, it evokes an intense feeling of solitude. The examiner never knows whether to embrace or shun it. Cool. I love just the little weird oddities that you can pick up in this game. This creature stirs and mutters at your approach. The form is recognizably humanoid. Her face is horribly disfigured. Something has wiped the face clean of features, leaving an expanse of mottled and bulbous flesh, save only for a horrifically enlarged mouth and 2 small holes where her ears should be. What happens if I zoom in on that? I can't quite do it here. She hears you approach and clutches a small jar close to her chest. What would you have done with Scara? Though my looks have been stolen, scribbled away by millions of thoughtless particles, I can hear you breathing. I can taste only what others can only smell. Your fear, your exertion. Tell me, if you'd lost your sight, what would you pay for its return? A new taste, a strange one. Will this one help me? Only one way to know. What price? Time only, I suppose. My eyes would regrow eventually. Yeah, but not all of us are kind of immortal. I'd patience on Numenera, but I wouldn't run to the ends of the earth to regain the sense. I have others I can use with equal facility. Ha! I might have expected such an answer from someone with such a strange taste like yours. I'd welcome such a gift, but I can tell you haven't experienced the privation of blindness. This is a piece of the Iron Wind. It's my most prized possession, and I would give it away in a moment if it meant I could see once again. What do you want me to... What happened to you? I was a nano once, a researcher on the cutting edge of the science of nanospirits. In particular, I sought to harness the power of the Iron Wind, but the shields, my shields, they gave way around me. The Iron Wind swirled in and found me. She smiles sadly, her immense mouth drooling. She pats the jar. I captured some of the Iron Wind here, but it still remade me. I was cast out, an abomination. Now I skulk and beg for my living, but at least the Murdens fear me. So the Iron Wind stole your face? Is it in that jar? If so, can I see? Perhaps I should hold on to that jar, especially if it still faces. No, but they will eat him alive. Yes, and they will eat us alive too. No, Aratus, I think that would be a bad idea. A very bad idea. Stay back, you creature of dancing smells. Good smells, I hope, not like the rest of this place. Oh, you, my lady. Not that you smell so bad, all things considered. Wait, you don't have a nose. She shakes her teeth at him, baring her teeth, and he backs away. My companion Aratus has an interesting problem. I wonder if you can help him. Let us find out. Take Scaura's hand. Aratus does so with great reluctance, turning to you, not noticing that his glow is flowing up her arm in fits and starts. I don't know why you think I have a problem. I'm a hero after all. I don't have any... He goes rigid, his eyes rolling back in his head. Error! Blindness! Agony! What are you doing, Din? Sampling the nanospirits that have possessed your friend, she says calmly, tightening her grip over Aratus's convulsing hands. A single tendril of his golden aura sinks into a hole at the crook of her elbow. How did you sample his aura like that? Sensors and processes in my chest. When the wind sought to merge my flesh with the Iron Wind sought to merge my flesh with my equipment when it stole my face. I studied nanospirits, and the Iron Wind turned me into a living tool to measure the things. Never let it be said that the wind doesn't have its sense of humor. How can I purge them? You can't. They've taken root in him, and there they'll stay until the end, of course. Now it's my turn. How did you learn of his friend's problem? I could hear the nanospirits talking in his mind. Is that right? Then you'll need to find a way inside his mind, or bring him into yours. If I'd known you were listening to my thoughts, I would have made them more interesting.
Making a note.
Once there, call them by their names. The stronger ones are the paragons. The weaker ones? She pauses, smacking her lips. The glow around her fades. Cathartics. Call them forth and they will speak to you. Perhaps you'll be able to convince them to leave your friend alone. She abruptly releases Aratus's hand. He stumbles back, massaging his wrist. I think I slept. Aratus says in tones of soft wonder. I never sleep. His glow returns in waves. She is coming for us. Are you sure? Yes. Now, what else? What would you want me to do for you? Do not listen, I am blind and I would see. I don't care how it's done. Restore my sight and I will give you my jar of wind. And let's have a look at that jar. My pride and punishment all in one. If you want it, you'll have to help me regain my sight. If not, you'll never know its wonders. Perhaps she is interested. This is good. Okay, next time round, we're gonna kill ourselves. Because we're gonna get to talk to Eratus's spirits. And that's definitely a good plan, and not something that I will regret, ever. Until then, have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you spending the time and effort watching the videos I make. If you'd like to watch more, on the left there should be another video from this playlist. On the right there will be whatever YouTube recommends, and in the center there is a convenient subscribe button just in case you need it.